GMB or Google My Business, Google Business Profile, local SEO questions. But first, let me go ahead and get this live dropped in some of the groups. We're announcing as well, we are going to be relaunching. We are relaunching, not going to be, we are relaunching GMB PROS. I've had a lot of you guys reaching out to me, especially seeing we've been pretty quiet for a bit, but we're going to be relaunching. We're relaunching GMB PROS. We're going over what's working, what's not working. We're doing things a lot different this time, though. For example, we are specifically going over, of course, AI and what's working, what's not working in local SEO. Let me go ahead and get these things dropped into some of the groups, and then we'll go ahead and get started. I'm also announcing the winner. So we gave away one free SEO plan to somebody in GMB inside our school group, and I'm going to show you where to get registered as well. If you're not there, you need to get there. Why do you need to get there? Because if you're not, then you're going to miss out on a lot of the classes, and you don't want to do that, okay? So let me get this all done. And if you could do me a favor to show your support, comment below SEO, as well as share this in any SEO group on your Facebook page, anywhere you'd like. It would be greatly appreciated. And thank you guys so much. Hope you're doing great. Remember, always practice gratitude. And we're doing this, we just, honestly, I got started in local SEO really publicly 6-7 years ago. I didn't even realize that people needed help when it came to SEO. So, it wasn't like I started GMB PROS thinking, hey, I'm going to start some course or something like that. It was not, okay, so let me go ahead and announce this inside the school as well. So I'm going to show you guys where to go to get registered in school. So one to many. So bear with me because I'm going to try to do this inside of school as well as the same time. All right, so inside of school, if you want to join our school group, it is school.com/wolfforge. School.com/wolfforge. So here's how you join it. I'm going to do this. Bear with me. Like I said, I'm doing this in 2 different platforms. So you go over to school.com/wolfforge. I'll be dropping this as well on my Facebook page so you guys can see it. But this is what you do. Okay, you go to school.com/wolfforge to join. This is where I would drop my offers. This is where I also post when I'm going live or any tests we're doing. Like I said, we are going to be doing things different. Before at GMB Pros, I just went through step by step by step. Yes, we're going to do that. We're going to do that from the day we onboard the client to what we do from day one till they're ranking. But we're also doing live tests. What's working as far as SEO? What is not working as far as SEO? So we're going through all of that. We're not just, if you will, showing one little thing. Okay. We are actually sharing and showing everybody how we rank, what's working, what's not, without all the bullshit that you hear in the SEO communities. A lot of times what you see in the SEO communities is a lot of shiny objects and people saying such and such work, or oh, this new course came out, and guess what? They're going to charge you for it, or they're going to invite you to a webinar. And then once you get the webinar, you think, oh, this is amazing. And guess what? They're going to drop an offer. And the offer is usually around $1,000 or whatever for their stupid SEO course. So we don't do that. What we're doing is showing you how to rank, what is working, what's not. Also, starting this week, I'll be hitting the YouTube channel again with Chris Palmer SEO, one of the best I know in local SEO, if not the best, outside of me, of course, in SEO. And I've learned so much for Chris. It's not even funny. But so number one, we're going to be restarting. If you haven't joined, go over to WolfForge, go over to school.com, WolfForge, and join. Now, the person that won, going to go ahead and announce it. His name is Jeff Gitlin. Jeff Gitlin, go ahead and hit me up as soon as possible. I've already sent you messages on Facebook, and I will get you set up. I'm going to need your Google Search Console access, your Google Analytics, and your GMB access, and your website access. Your GMB doesn't have to, but needs to be showing your address. Your Google Business Profile or your GMB needs to be showing your address. If not, I can still get it ranked. It will just take a little bit more effort. Okay. Besides that, if anybody has any questions, feel free to drop them below. Once Jeff gets me that information over, then I'm going to go ahead and start our SEO. So letting everybody know we are live. We are live. So if you have any questions, just let me know and I will help you out as much as possible. It can be about business. It can be about SEO. It can be about mindset. I know a lot of you guys see that I have a mentor. My mentor's name is the one and only MJ Lopez, #1 business mentor, highest paid business mentor in the Philippines, and he's in the circle or inner circle of Tony Robbins. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them. Give me 1 second. So yeah, we're restarting GMB Pros. GMB Pros, before I started it, was literally just to help business owners. I came in, I was answering questions inside SEO groups, and then I discovered very fast that no one was in there actually helping business owners. Most of the time, if you watch a lot of the SEO groups, it's a lot of dick wagging is all it is. It's like who outranked who. They don't, and if you come in there and ask a question, a lot of times they're going to be, can't you just Google it? You know, or they want you to pay them to do it, which I understand wanting to be paid, but I also understand giving value and helping business owners. And that's what we're all about at WolfForge. And that's what I'm all about. My name is William Jones. If you don't know, I've been doing SEO for over 20 years, and I've been in local SEO for a long time. And besides that, we're one of the only few, if not the only ones, that will guarantee any Google My Business, any website ranked in the top 3 within 3 months or less. I have people all the time ask me, for example, well, how long will it take before we see movement? We guarantee 3 months to be in the top 3, but we usually start seeing movement within 2 weeks. Okay, we've had people take over entire areas in less than a month. And then after that, we just work on expanding and going further and further and further. So if you have your GMB, you want me to do an SEO audit, you can send it over, message me on Facebook, and I will gladly do it for you for free. Or you can drop a comment inside of the school platform inside WolfForge, and I will answer it that. If you're also inside our WolfForge inner circle, if not, you need to get in it. Where do you get in it at? Let me show you. Just go on Facebook. The inner circle is for paying clients. Okay, if you're a paying client, you can get in here. If you're not a paying client, then what you want to do is get in WolfForge Mastery University. Inside Mastery University is where I drop tests, where we drop client testimonials and other SEO tips and tricks that are actually working. It's much different when someone says, oh, I did this and this on one GMB versus someone like myself, where we're testing it across dozens and dozens of GMBs and say something works. Okay, so that's where you want to go. You want to go join WolfForge Mastery University if you're not already there. And I will get you in. Now, this place is not a place where we accept spam. So if you're going to spam me, we do not accept it. The only thing we want in here is people giving value, audits, and things of that nature, or tips and tricks. Now, inside of the inner circle gets notifications of specials that I'm dropping, etc., and things that we're doing. So, for example, we have a new offer, which is, and we're going to be going over inside the relaunch of GMB Pros, which is the WolfForge AIO. Okay, or if you will, it's, and then you got AEO and you got Geo SEO. It's basically how in the hell do I get my stuff inside of the Google snippets and the AI overviews and the AI listings, and how do I get my business being pulled by ChatGPT, Perplexity, and all these other sources. We have a very specific way we do it at WolfForge, and I teach my team how to do it, and I also teach my clients how we do it, and we also sell it as a one-off service. So we're going to be going over that in the GMB Pros relaunch. That's part of what we're going over, but we're also, we do it as a one-time service. But whenever we come up with new offers like that, we always tell our inner circle first. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Let me see. We can do an audit real quick. My son did an audit yesterday, but what we can do is we're going to do an audit real quick as well while we're here. And this audit is going to be for, it's a car wash in Abu Dhabi, which is pretty wild. Obviously they need it. But let's go ahead and get started. So, and part of whenever we're in GMB Pros, one of the things I do is I'll go through this step by step, and we'll actually do an in-depth audit. When you see me doing these audits like this, it's to give value to clients or potential leads so they understand what we can do, what we cannot do, and how we will help them. So this is probably, I would assume, not going to be very hard to rank, mainly because it's in Abu Dhabi. I don't think I don't live in Abu Dhabi, so I can tell you, is there a lot of, if you will, car washes and shit like that over there? But I would assume it's going to be easy to rank. But we're going to we have a tool, it is called Local Dominator. Local Dominator is the tool I use to run my ranking checks, and that is with Mr. Eldar. If you don't have it and you want it, send me a message and I'll get you the link to get it. Okay, car wash near me, car wash. I'll just put in those and that's it. And I'm going to go in a huge radius just because, I'm assuming there ain't that many car washes in the area, but we'll see. And then besides that, we'll go through and obviously share as well what I would do different on his GMB and what we would do different on his website. And what he's doing right, what he's doing wrong, that sort of thing. But first, I want to see, is he actually ranking or not? And we're running this for a 10-mile radius. So I'm going to assume, well, nope. So apparently not. So there's going to be a lot he could do and we could get done for him. This isn't a 10-mile radius. So this is going to be, for me, pretty damn easy. When we're doing this, so this right here, so for example, I'm just waiting on the local pack to get done. So there is a difference between the local pack and there is a difference between the maps. So let's go ahead and share. So he's not really ranking that great. Only 1% is in the top 3. Most of it is out. So there's a lot we can do. And what I like to do is I can look at any of these pins and see who's actually dominating the entire area. So that's one of the things I'm going to do when I'm looking at this. So for example, when I'm looking at his local dominator and I want to see, well, is there anybody that's actually dominating this entire 10-mile radius? I click on any of these pins and I can see, for example, nobody's actually dominating a 10-mile radius, which for me means I can easily come into this area and take over the entire Abu Dhabi for a car wash. Okay, that's me. Now, one of the things I'll tell you, for example, whenever we're going to concentrate on off-page SEO, press releases, neighborhood pages, city pages, etc., is I'm going to concentrate all my on-page SEO, all my off-page SEO on the areas you are not ranking in. I'm going to be writing content, press releases, backlinks, all about all these areas. For example, if I wanted to start focusing on this area, I click on it and I can actually pull the latitude and longitude, and I will put all of that information into an Excel spreadsheet and I will give it over to my team, and then my team will concentrate all off-page and on-page SEO on those lat and longitude areas. So let's go ahead and go over to the website. So the website, as far as I'm concerned, what I want to see always is a sticky header. It does have a sticky header, meaning it follows me as I go. Has a big blue contact us button. Now, one thing I will tell you is if you're going to send people to contact us page, most people do not want to fill out a fucking form. They want to actually call you and get a human being. This is one of the reasons why AI is good, but it's not good in some sense, because most people they're getting sick and tired of AI. It's the same thing, whereas if I call you, I want to physically have you on the phone. I do not want to hear press 1 for this, press 2 for this, and press 3 for that. It annoys the hell out of people, just like forums do. With local SEO, people are wanting to pick up the phone and they're wanting to call you and get you on the phone or someone on the phone from the business. If you do not get on the phone as soon as they call, they're going to the next person and that person wins the business, wherein you lose. All right, the next thing is I always want my H1 to stay. In other words, we have modern equipment. That doesn't tell me anything. Your H1 should be car wash Abu Dhabi. If that's what you're concentrating on, car wash Abu Dhabi. Not quality interior and exterior car wash. Need a hurry. This ain't even spelt right. Hurry is Hurry. Need car wash, stuff like that. So I also don't want it to slide. I want it to be stagnant. It stays. It doesn't go from one slide to another. Phone number, book a call, make sure these work. Are these click to call? Yes, they're click to call. Great. I don't know if you actually have a shopping cart, which you don't. And if you click on it, it goes nowhere. Same thing with this profile icon, goes nowhere. Search icon, I mean, maybe, but I would take that crap off and I would actually put your socials up here. Your socials being Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, TikTok, LinkedIn, etc. And you should be posting across those on a daily basis, especially if you're going to be the known entity in all of Abu Dhabi as the #1 car wash. You need to be posting every single day, posting content, posting shorts and reels. If I click on this, it goes to About Us. We'll look at that in a second, learn more. Let's look, car wash and auto detailing. Also, you don't have proper pages set up. You have an archive template, you have services page, and a service detail. I would want to see every single type of service you provide listed as a drop-down: express, exterior, interior. It's going to wind up being, it's not going to be, when you come with me, it's not going to be like 6 pages. It's going to be about 300 pages once we're done, because I want you to own the entire topical authority. I want you to have all the topical authority when it comes to that specific niche. And how you do that is by answering every single freaking question that someone could possibly have when it comes to car washes in Abu Dhabi. So for example, car wash Abu Dhabi. If I type that in, I'm going to also generally see down here, people also search for, people also ask, and I want to answer questions about that, because Google's literally saying this is what people are looking up when they're looking for car washes. People also ask, and then I'll turn those into blogs. I will turn those into press releases, podcasts, shorts, and reels, and backlinks, and then daisy chain them all together and feed them to the AI and Google algorithm. One of the other things I will also do, and I will show you this, and we're going to go over this as well inside of GMB PROS relaunch, one of which is, how do we get into AI? Is by posting places AI is pulling from. And how many of you can guess the #1 place AI pulls from is generally where most of you are not posting to? It is going to be on Reddit, right? Reddit. You'll see a lot of times, especially in here, if you ask specific questions, you'll see Reddit, Quora, all types of things. But let me show you this real quick. This is a graphic I have for where AI usually pulls from. I'm going to show you this as well inside of our school. So this is where AI pulls from. #1 is Reddit, Wikipedia, YouTube, Google, Yelp, Facebook, Amazon, and so on and so forth. And that's why I say the other thing you need to do when you make those people also ask, blogs and press releases and YouTube videos and shorts, you need to take those and also be putting on places like Reddit, Yelp, Facebook, TripAdvisor, Mapbox, all these other things. Why? Because that's the more citations you get in to these platforms, this is where AI, Perplexity, ChatGPT pull from. And when you do that, you're going to start seeing inside of your, you'll start seeing inside of your AI overviews that you're going to be pulled and referenced more, your content, which means you're going to stop losing traffic. A lot of times I have clients, I feel like I'm losing traffic. Well, you are. You don't feel like it. You are. You are losing traffic. And you're losing traffic because you're not in the AI overviews, not being pulled by ChatGPT and Perplexity, because you're not posting in those other areas. We also offer that as a service for our clients. So that's another thing. So now let's go back to the website for our client here that wanted an SEO audit and for the car wash in Abu Dhabi. So all this information, this is kind of useless. Most people don't care about this stuff, but it's fine. I understand what it's there for. Exterior, all this stuff. This is nice. Pricing plans, and then you got book an appointment, which is good. Most people don't want to book an appointment. They want to have a phone call. There's your pricing plans. Choose the plan. Great, great, great. But like I said, your shopping cart up here don't even work. Now, interesting. Here you have a phone number, but you didn't have it on the home page, and this is going to a subdomain name. This ain't even going to your main website, so you're sending traffic away from your website, which is going to increase bounce rate, which Google looks at that and goes, up, you're not popular. People come to your website and they leave it. Therefore, we're going to basically derank you because you're increasing your bounce rate. Anytime it goes to a subdomain name, same thing right here. Join Unlimited Wash Club. It's going to a different subdomain name, as you can see. So I would check, and every one of your buttons are doing the same thing, subdomain name. So your bounce rate's going to be insanely high. See all news, that's fine. It goes to a blog. Always check your forms too to make sure they work. Test. And make sure they work. Even if it says this, they sometimes don't work. Add to cart. So this says it has a cart, but when I go to click on your cart up here, nothing shows. So check out your cart and make sure it's actually working. All your social icons are down here. I'd put up at the top up here. Let's see if they're actually working. And no, they're not working. They literally just open up and it's just a broken link. As you can see, it's going nowhere. So I would fix all of that. So you got lots to fix as far as on page. Now, as far as your services, for example, I want, when, let's say it's, just to give you an example, if I was to say hamburger, or over there I say biryani in Abu Dhabi, I say biryani. Me and my wife, we love biryani. And most people, okay, there's only one type of biryani, right? No, there's a lot more than that. So there's, of course, mutton biryani, lamb biryani, there's camel biryani, chicken biryani, beef biryani. There's all types of biryanis. You don't want it really hot, you want it mild, et cetera, et cetera. Now, what you want to do is for your car wash, it's going to wind up having about 100 pages. When I'm done, it's going to have the home page, about us page, meet the team, our process, pricing, membership plans, service areas, contact us, book a wash, reviews and testimonials. Then it's going to have your primary service pages, or what we call your money pages, which are going to be about car wash services, exterior car wash, interior car wash cleaning, full service car wash, express car wash, hand car wash, touchless car wash, mobile car wash, eco-friendly car wash, luxury car detailing. It will also have fleet car wash, fleet detailing. So a fleet being you're working with someone, unless they got taxis and they got hundreds of them. Then you have premium and detailing services, interior detailing, exterior detailing, field audit. So on and on and on and on and on. So that's what I mean when you want to own the niche and you want to be the number one entity in Abu Dhabi. You want to cover every single topic and become the topical authority in that area. I'm going to send this over to you. This is a sitemap. When you're done, it's going to be about 300 something pages or more. Okay. So you want to own the topical relevance. You want to be the number one entity. So, and that's one of the things we'll get you to do. So, besides that, of course, the off-page SEO, that's secondary to all the problems you have. You really want to fix all of your on-page and topical relevance and all those things first. Once you have that done, then I concentrate on the off-page. Then I concentrate on your GMB and get those things wrapped up. So I hope that provided you some value, something that you can actually implement and increase your rankings or your clients' rankings. We're here to help you. If you have any questions, just let me know. Let me see if we have any more questions that came in or any audit requests. I don't see any, but like I said, Jeff Gitling, get a hold of me and I will get you set up. And congratulations. I need this. I'm typing you right now, Jeff. Need this to get started. Yes, preferably this week, because my plan is I have an event tomorrow with my mentor. But after that, my plan is I'm going to be going live every single day, Monday through Friday, right around the same time, right around 9 p.m., 10 p.m. East Coast USA time, to help you guys out and provide you with value. So appreciate you guys inside of the Forge and inside of school. Once again, if you are not in Mastery University, send me a request, and just go to Facebook and go to Wolf Forge Mastery University. Wolf Forge Mastery University on Facebook. Join it. Or go to school.com/Wolf Forge to join GMB Pros. We give away a lot of free value in there and a lot of our deals. You guys are the ones that I notify first. So just imagine what you could accomplish if you just do the things that I'm teaching you step by step, day by day, and where your business would be if you will just do it. If you will just do the things we're telling you, imagine the life that you could forge. Imagine the life you could have. Imagine how big your business could be and how much money you can make and how many people you could impact. I appreciate you guys watching. Remember, my name is William Jones. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. See you at the top.